Hello, good morning. How are you today?
Hi, good morning. I'm pretty good, thank you. How about you?
I'm good, thanks. And can you let me know your name, please?
Yeah, sure. My name is Jamin Park, and also you can call me Steve because a lot of my friends call me Steve in English name.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Steve, we're going to get into the first set of questions, part one,
Mhm,
and they are mostly about riding a bike.
mhm.
So, did you have a bike when you were young?
Sure, of course. I really enjoyed riding a bike when I was young, and then I had a lot of time with my friends.
Okay, thank you. And did you ride a bike when you were little?
Yeah, I did, but these days I don't ride a bike, so I think I can still ride a bike, but maybe the skill was the decreased.
Okay, thank you. And did you ever ride a bike to school?
Mm, yeah, I think when I was in LM school and then middle school, since the distance was a little far from my house, so I usually took my bike and then it took about 20 minutes from my house to the school with my bike.
Okay, and do you ride a bike when you go out now?
Not really, because these days we have car and then usually in Seoul there's a lot of traffic in the road and then there are a lot of people. So that's why I prefer to use my car instead of the riding a bike.
Okay, very good. So those are all of the questions for part one.
Mhm,
So now we are going to move on to part two.
mhm,
So for part two, you will have 1 minute to prepare
mhm,
and then 2 minutes of speaking time.
mhm,
So your part two is about a popular person. You should describe a popular person.
mhm.
Okay?
Okay.
So your 1 minute of preparation time starts now.
Okay.
Okay, your 1 minute of preparation time
Mhm,
has ended. So you have 2 minutes of free talking time
mhm.
starting now.
Okay. Um, I want to describe the popular person about my really close friend. His name is Haemin Park. He's a really famous baseball player in Korea. And since I was a baseball player for about 14 years, so I had a lot of my baseball baseball player friends. And then he's one of my best friends. So he is in Samsung University. Sorry about that. Actually, in now LG Twins, and then he's a really popular baseball player in Seoul and actually in Korea. And he's a center field, and then he's a good hitter now. So the second question, what kind of person he is? Okay, it is he is a very nice and then good patient person because whenever he practice a baseball, he really good at like resolving his like pain and then like practice for the baseball. So that's why he now became a popular person. And also he is a humble when he practiced and then when he became a baseball player. And usually we meet him once a week, but since these days he's very busy with baseball, so that's why maybe after the Korean season we will meet maybe once a week or twice a week with drinking or maybe going out somewhere. And yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, thank you. So that was almost 2 minutes. It was around 1 minute and 47 seconds. So
Mhm.
you did a really good job
Thank you.
for the extended speaking portion.
Mhm.
Okay, so now we're going to move on to some more general questions for
Mhm.
part three.
Mhm.
So, why are some students popular in school?
Mm, because I think that's our Korean education system. In Korean education system, we have to study and then we have to improve our score to go to the good university. So that's why a lot of students have to study and then maybe making a lot of friends for their futures, and they have to become a popular person with their living.
Okay. Is it important for a teacher to be popular?
Um, when I was young, it was, but now I think it's changed because, as you can see in the news, we have some problem like communication with the person and person, especially the parents and the teacher. So these days, some teachers have the decrease the right to teach students and also work in the school. So that's why a lot of people doesn't want to become teachers.
Okay, very good. And do you think good teachers are always popular among students?
Yeah, I agree. Since good teacher has a good attitude and has a good teaching skills, so that's why a lot of students like good teachers. But it's not 100% because some good teachers doesn't have a good attitude. So I mean, most of teachers are good and then good attitude, but not 100% to that every student.
Okay, and what are the qualities of being a good teacher?
In my opinion, communicating with the parents and also school is a good teacher because a lot of people have a good skills to teach a student, but these days, some teachers doesn't have a good attitude and also good skills at communicating and also relationship with the students. So that's why a lot of problem happen these days.
Okay. Is it easier to become popular nowadays, do you think?
You said, is it easier to become
Popular
popular?
nowadays.
I don't think so. Recently, our community is very competitive, and a lot of people are trying to become popular, but since it's too competitive, so that's why a limited person can become a person in the popular environment, but not everyone became one. So
Okay. And why do people want to become popular?
I think there are several reasons, but one of the reason is to make money because these days a lot of people wants to make money and they're like rich. So as for me, I always trying to become popular to make like competition and also money. So I think most of people agree with me.
Okay, thank you very much. We are finished our questions for part 3, and now we're going to move on to the feedback.
Okay.
Okay, so now we are going to have some feedback. So the IELTS test has 4 different sections, which you are graded on. Fluency and coherence, lexical resource, grammatical range and accuracy, and pronunciation. So your fluency and coherence was really good. You were able to speak fluently about the range of questions asked, and you didn't really hesitate much, which was great. In terms of lexical resource, you did quite well, but there was just like a few small mistakes, like you said like the skill decreased, but you should say something like my ability decreased or my skills got weaker. For grammatical range and accuracy, there was a few small mistakes. Things like articles, sometimes they were omitted and sometimes they were added in. So, for example, my friend, we don't need to put the in front of my friend. Things like S's at the end of words. We have car instead of we have cars. Or one of my best friends instead of one of my best friend. So just a small few mistakes there. And in terms of pronunciation, it was quite good. There was just a small few things again. So elementary school, so the end of that word kind of got a bit lost. So just a small few things here and there. But overall, it was very good. So I think I would put you at a 7.5.
Okay.